And now we're good. All right, so hey, like pandemic and just everything. Like I feel like this is all we're doing. We're like doing Zoom shows and we're eating. And Ray, you don't like K-pop, but here's the funny thing. Like my son, he's not mixed. He loves K-pop. And he totally like
Lord have mercy.
so I'm totally thinking like, did I not play enough Stevie Wonder in the womb when he was like, in my belly? Like, what did I do? We were giving him a barbecue for his 18th birthday, like a kind of like a drive by because of the pandemic. And so I was like, okay, we're gonna have a DJ. What kind of music? And he's like, K-pop. And I'm like, okay, maybe
Like Jesus.
like maybe not enough Patti LaBelle either. And then I was like, okay, what kind of like food? And then he was like Korean barbecue. I was like, oh my gosh. So what I realized during the revolutionary part of this pandemic that we're going through, right? Because we're going through pandemic, then there's like revolution, then there's like pandemic and revolution, and then like now I feel like we're just in purgatory. We're like halfway to heaven and halfway to hell. Like I don't even know like what we're dealing with. So I was just like, okay, well, for the revolution part of things, everybody's going to need a black card, whether you're an ally or in particular, if you are an African American. So I was like, okay, son, we need to get you your black card. We need to make sure that you have yours. So I have a test for you just to make sure that you're on deck when all this is happening. When all this is happening, we need to make sure that you're good. So I got some questions, Ali. So get ready. So question number 1, Ali, have you heard of Prince? And he was like, yeah. And I was like, okay, name a song. And he was like, and it was crickets. He had nothing.
Oh shit.
I was like, all right, Ali, question number 2. Have you heard of Michael Jackson? Of course, Mom. I'm like, all right, name a song. And he was like, Billie Jean. And I was like, for the black card, we're going to need Motown Michael. We're going to need ABC, Stop the Love You Save, like, Jackson 5 type Michael. But I'll give you the half point. All right. Third question. Have you heard of Mary J. Blige?
Oh shit.
And he was like, no. Like, and I was like, no? Like, hashtag just no? And he was like, no. And let me tell you guys why I asked. Because, all right, I'm his mom. So, like, my parents taught me who my oldies were. So, my oldies were Motown, The Temptations, Martha Reeves, whatever. So, like, for his generation, his oldies would be 90s hip hop, soul, and R&B. You guys, like early Usher, not like the current Usher. Like there's all these great artists. So he had no idea who Mary J. Blige was. And at that moment, I realized we've both lost our black cards because that means I didn't teach you who your oldies were and you don't know. All right. So one last question. All right. So I was like, okay, Ali, have you heard of Aretha Franklin? And he was like, yes. Whew. I was like, okay. Can you name a song? And he was like, think. I was like, Ali, we both just got our black cards. All right, you guys. So I was just grateful. All right. And also, you guys, during this time, in this pandemic, right, it is a tough time. But like, if you have a dream, this is the time for you to like incubate and shape your dream, like whatever business you want to start, like whatever you want to do. And I realized I love communications, so I wanted to start a call service. And let me tell you what the call service is called. It is called 1-800-CALL an Ancestor. And let me tell you why. Because I don't think Susan B. Anthony lived and died for Amy Cooper from Central Park to act a motherfucking fool. And I called Susan. I was like, Susan, girl, like, tell me something. Did you live and die? Did you march for women's right for Amy Cooper to act a motherfucking fool in Central Park? She's like, no, girl, I didn't. I was like, well, Susan, can you gather her? She is a whole mood right now. And she's like, yes, girl, I can. You guys, my time is almost up. Do you guys know that shortly after my call, Amy Cooper was charged with making a false 911 call? So I'm just saying, My service works, and we got every ancestor you need. We got Anne Frank, Cesar Chavez, we got Gandhi, we got Confucius, we got Martin Luther King for peaceful protests, we got Malcolm X for by any means necessary protests. We just got John Lewis, I'm sure y'all heard. We also just got Benjamin Franklin, because you guys, Benjamin Franklin was the first postmaster general, so I had to call him about the postal situation. So I'm just saying, my service works, and we got every ancestor you need. So everybody write it down, don't forget. 1-800-CALL an ancestor. All calls are free and anonymous. Thanks, you guys. That's my time.